Well, good morning, everyone. It's Dr. Chad Peters, and I'm going to bring 3 quick tips to help you reduce your stress. Now, as you know, I run a podcast called Be Awesome 365, and we try to talk about a bunch of little things that just make your life better. And November being National Stress Reduction Month, we want to make sure that you've got some ideas on how to do it. So I'm going to give you 3 quick tips that I have done in my life that have really changed the way I deal internally with anxiety and stress. The first one is just make sure you complete something successful every day to start your day. It doesn't matter how big or how small. Something on your to-do list, check it off. You know, a couple years ago there was a general, then he wrote one of the top TED Talks of all time, and it was talking about how when you wake up first thing in the morning, make sure that you make your bed. That way, the very first thing you've done every day is a checklist that you've done something positive. Now, to me, it doesn't have to be making your bed. It doesn't have to be something that small, but it also doesn't have to be something big. I think the point was missed. It's not the making your bed. It's checking something off on your list that's on the to-do list. So you start your day and you begin your day with a success, not just stuff piling up and up. My number 2 tip is to find an app like Headspace or Calm, one of these 10-minute guided meditations. There's all kinds of them out there. The 2 I mentioned have well over 1 million people that follow these things. These are one of these things I just wasn't very big into until I started doing it myself, and it's one of the top purchases I've made in my life. It's really done a lot and changed my life on how I just am able to deal with stuff. A little 10-minute guided meditation, basically a guy saying, take a deep breath, let it relax. Take a deep breath, let it relax, check your head, go through your body. It just makes a big difference. And that little 10 minutes in the day that I take out for myself sometimes feels like a 2 or 3 hour nap. It's unbelievable what just going to a room, getting away from the day-to-day life and treating myself for a second, how much that changes my life. I can't stress these things hard enough. Almost everyone that's tried one of these things, the first 2 kind of seem a little dorky, maybe a little strange. They're free trials, but after you dig into it, it makes a big difference. Now, my top tip that I save for the end is something that's going to have to be an internal decision. It's the word swap, blame versus responsibility. I think one of the things that you'll see that takes the most stress out of your life is how do you internally deal with these things? Is it somebody else's fault that you feel like you do? Is it a group's fault? Is it because of the politicians and the social media and all the stress they're putting on you and how they're making you feel? That's blame. Responsibility is when you decide you're the one in charge with how you're feeling. I tell my kids all the time, it doesn't matter if other kids at school call you names or how they treat you or what they say to you. It's how you deal with it yourself. Is this something that you're going to let affect you? It's your responsibility, guys. I preach it at you all the time. I don't care if it's your security when you're walking out of Walmart. I don't care if it's your health and how you stay in charge of your own health and your exercise and your well-being, or your stress level. It's your responsibility and how you decide you're going to deal with it. So don't be one of the people that lets the blame come on them. Be one of the people that takes responsibility for your own health. Guys, those are my 3 quick tips. It's not a sure-all solve for everything, but it sure will go a long way to making you have less anxiety, which instead leads to less stress and a better life. Take a second for yourself, get outside, enjoy the world we live in, Corpus Christi. Can't wait to hear from you again. Take care.